I am firmly convinced at this point that one of Donald Trump's most favorite things to do in the world is to go on TV and give interviews where he admits to every single crime that he has been accused of. But it's not just in interviews. I mean, he does the same thing on Truth Social. He does it during his rallies. He's constantly going out there giving his lawyers heartburn by making sure everybody knows that he fully admits to doing the things he is accused of doing in court. Here's what happened this past week. Donald Trump, of course, did an interview with Megyn Kelly. And during that interview with Megyn Kelly, Donald Trump freely admitted that, yes, I took the documents because I'm allowed to take the documents. He then said, classified or not classified, it doesn't matter. I'm allowed to take them. He then said he doesn't have to do any kind of special ritual in order to declassify documents. You do. Like, there is an actual legal process that has to be followed in order for documents to be declassified. But he admitted he took them, and he admitted he stashed them down at Mar-a-Lago. And he keeps admitting this in interview after interview. Posts on Truth Social, he's admitted to what he was accused of doing in Georgia. He just loves to go out there and basically taunt the prosecutors and be like, yeah, I did it. I did all these horrible things. What are you going to do about it? Like so many other instances, this interview with Megyn Kelly, legal experts, by the way, are already saying this, will be played in court. Like during his document trial, they will probably queue up a video that has that clip with Megyn Kelly, that's got screenshots of his posts on Truth Social, has rallies where he said these things, other interviews. They will play them in rapid fire succession, overloading a jury with the evidence of Donald Trump admitting time after time after time to doing the things he's literally being accused of doing. Because what Trump still doesn't seem to understand, and he made this clear by talking about the Presidential Records Act in an interview last week, he thinks the Presidential Records Act means that he was the president, he gets to keep the records. But that's literally the opposite of what the Presidential Records Act is. The Presidential Records Act, as I've said ad nauseum, says that any record created by or for the President of the United States is property of the federal government. And it must be turned in to the federal government to be placed into the National Archives. And Trump's like, no, the Presidential Records Act says I'm president, I get all the records. No. And the more you say it, the dumber you sound. But there's a reason Trump does this. It's because he is effectively kind of like Rudy Giuliani when he just, possibly defamed those two Georgia election workers again in an interview last week. They're doing it to taint the waters, right? They're not testing the waters, they're tainting the waters. They're going out there saying this random stupid stuff that makes no sense, that is definitely not based in law, but they're doing it in the hopes that some of the people who hear it and believe it may end up on one of those juries. That's why these things happen. So I know Trump's lawyers, again, have heartburn every time the guy goes on and does an interview because he's constantly admitting to these crimes. But Trump does it because he thinks there's, that off chance that one of the people who hears it and says, oh, he's right, he is allowed to do this, maybe that person's going to end up on that jury and I'll be saved. I mean, it's a long shot, but that's why Trump does it. That's why Giuliani does it. That's why these other people do it. And the off chance that that one person or that two people, 4 or 5, whatever, somehow magically they end up being the jurors deciding their fate, and suddenly they get away with it because they had tainted the waters. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.